Hello, welcome to Jibrin Angle on Oweleketv. My name is Jibrin. I have come. There is a news that just came across, and I just thought I should share my thoughts about this news with my audience. Um, it's about Bola Tinubu, our rigged in president, and the news is about flights. I just read that all Nigerian flights are banned um, on Niger Republic's airspace. It means that we Nigerian flights can no longer land or fly in and out of Niger Republic. That is implication. Um, it's not just about landing and taking off. We can't even um, use their airspace. Nigerian flights, either Nigerian bound or outbound flights, cannot use their airspace. What it means that if we say the airspace cannot be used, it means the flight cannot either land or take off or pass through the country. That is the implication. Okay, let's read. Let me read this news, and it reads: the notice read, the airspace. I think let me use my glasses. The airspace of Republic of Niger is open to all national and international commercial flights from ground to unlimited, except for Nigerian flights to or from Nigeria. The Niger Republic military government has reaffirmed its prohibition on flights from Nigeria, stating that no aircraft from Nigeria will be permitted to land in Niger. This was stated by the country's airspace management body in a notice to NOTAM dated February 6, 2024, saying that commercial aircraft that cross Nigerian airspace without making a landing are exempted from the prohibition. The notice read, the airspace of sorry, I beg your pardon. The notice read, the airspace of Republic of Niger is open to all national and international commercial flights. This is a repetition. Sorry, it's a repetition. This write-up, they just mixed up your write-up. Okay. Then these restrictions don't affect commercial flights that fly over Nigerian airspace without landing there. However, it is recalled that ADS-B and or radar transponders must remain on. Anyway, I don't know what this is. I'm not an aviation specialist. I don't know much about aviation technology. Aviation technologists should. I think they know what this abbreviations or these words means. It says ADS-B and or radar transponders must remain on for any flights taking place in the Niger Republic airspace. On the other hand, the Niger Republic airspace still remains closed for all military, operational, and other special flights. These military or special flights are only permitted subject to prior authorization from the component authorities. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Competent, not component. Sorry for that very pronounced mistake. Yes, this brings me to our so-called president, Bola Tinubu. This man is anathema. For those of you who do not know the meaning of anathema, anathema means he is a curse. It means curse, a bad omen. It's a bad news to Nigeria and Nigerians. The man keeps making things difficult for us. I think this is a kind of Niger Republic, the military junta there was just trying to be vindictive, at least a kind of revenge of what Bola Tinubu, as we all know, it's no more news that Nigeria, we are the supplier of electricity to Niger because of the military issue, because of the sanctions, because of the military coup that amounted to ECOWAS going against Niger, and Nigeria especially at the forefront of, not really Nigeria, Tinubu at the forefront of it, at the behest of United States of America, as Bola, of course, as a stooge to them. When I think imposed sanction by cutting off power from Nigeria to Niger. This is, I don't know what this is. This issue of power supply to Niger by Nigerian government has been in existence for a very, very long time. There is an existing contract. There is an existing agreement, written, formal agreement. So for one party to just unilaterally decide to breach this agreement, go against this agreement, it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. It's provocative. That is just the truth. That is one. Secondly, some of us know the genesis, the foundation of this issue of supply of power from Nigeria to Niger. We know what happened in the past, how it came to. Otherwise, because I remember I've asked in the past, and came to find out that it wasn't Niger's fault. I think it was a kind of mutual understanding. Not that Niger cannot actually produce their own power supply. No, it was based on some kind of dialogue or whatever. And I can't right now. I can't go into the details, but the truth is, it was a dialogue between both countries so many years ago that eventually amounted to a partnership that led to Nigeria supplying Niger with electricity. And so I don't know why Nigeria in its Tinubu, in his arrogance and short-sightedness and cluelessness, will go ahead, will just go on to breach this contract. That in the first place, it was a concession, a kind of, it was a favor that Niger was actually doing Nigeria at that time, because they wanted to actually establish they wanted to actually construct their own dam to supply them power. But for some, I can't remember the exact reason now, Nigeria was able to talk them out of that, and they promised, okay, why don't we let's do it here in Nigeria and supply you with the power. So, and that is just it. Now, I don't know why they went ahead to do that, because Tinubu is just, that man is just a clueless so-called president who does not know what he's been planning. He planned to be a president for a very, very long time, yet he was not prepared. I've never seen someone who planned for so long to assume leadership. He worked so hard to get to leadership and eventually got this leadership, and just is clueless and lacked every sense of decorum, every sense of common sense to actually push forward the right policies. Everything this man touches, since he has, from day one he was sworn in into the rigged. He was rigged in. Was sworn in as a rigged in president. From day one, he started punishing Nigerians. First, started with taking off fuel subsidy. Wrong timing. Since then, from one bad policy to the other, one bad policies to the other, and then we have the budget that I personally tagged or labeled the budget of thieves and rogues, a sort of, and that is just it. A budget that does not have no foresight, no light. There is no light. It's a gloom. It's a budget of gloom and doom. And that's why Nigeria is becoming poorer and poorer today. Of course, the budget says it all. And so that is it. Now he has plunged us into another problem again that will cause us more hardship. More hardship. Obviously, flights will definitely increase. Will go up. That's just the truth. There will be an increase in international flight fare to and from Nigeria, to and into and out of Nigeria, inbound and outbound Nigeria. That is the basic truth. At the end of the day, it is Nigerians that will continue to pay for this man's ineptitude, this man's inefficiency, this man's lack of cluelessness, lack of this man Bola Tinubu's cluelessness, the man's lack of common sense. For God's sake, I don't even know. I just lack word to use on this so-called president that that we are so fortunate to be having at this point. It's so unfortunate. Now, Niger is at us. Of course, we went against them. They retaliated. They're just trying to be fair. They are playing fair. That is the truth. That is one thing with diplomacy. Reciprocity. You give me, I give you. You take, I take. And that's it. You impose sanction, I retaliate, impose sanction. And that is just what is happening. Unfortunately, the common man is the one. The citizens are the ones that will suffer this inefficient, incapable, incoherent man of a president. It's so sad. Unfortunately, as I've always said, Nigeria will continue to go down the drain as long as this man Tinubu remains in power. Nigeria will never, ever, nothing good will ever come out of this country. Everything is just going haywire. The security situation is getting worse. The economic situation is getting worse. The food crisis is getting worse. Everything is just going haywire. The country is in shambles. Yet this man keeps taking wrong decisions, taking wrong steps, and making wrong decisions. It's so sad. It's unfortunate. May God help Nigeria. Anyway, this is a thought I actually came to share. What do you think about it? Please, you can send your comment. Whatever you think, let's know on the comment section. Thank you and remain blessed. Again, my name is Jibrin, and this is Jibrin Angle on Oweleketv TV.